exactly sure if this is working or not. Welcome back, Wayfarer, Wizard, Warrior, Wanderer, Wildcat alike, wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission. Let me double check here on the handheld set to see if we're coming through in high fidelity, clarity, as it were. Let's get rid of this JP Farrell. Let's see where we're at. Where are we, Wayfarer? When are we? I don't know, I'm trying new devices and new things. Just bear with me, if you will, Wayfarer. Your videos, and I don't see that it's showing up yet. No, it's not showing up there. It does say we're good to go. Maybe I can get some feedback from Happy Land. Top chat. If you are out in Happy Land and you are able to receive this, please give me some fives or 5x5. Holy fuck, man! I look like something the cat drug in, huh? Let me check the fives on the old laptop and see if that's gonna give me anything I want. Because I got the earphone, but it's not registering, and the chat won't open for some reason. Live chat, all messages are visible, it says, but then there's nothing there. Oh, it does. Okay, it's showing up on the laptop. That's good. It looks like it's good to go. We'll check. We'll double check on the sound quality and see if that is what it is. And then we'll double check here on the old YouTube. Nope, still not showing up on YouTube. On the phone. Interesting. And it won't play from the laptop. Huh, wonder why that is. Why are they playing games with me? Does that show that I'm shadow banned? All right, looks like it might be coming in now. Okay, it just appeared. Why are they playing games with me? Does that show that I'm shadow banned? All right, looks like it might be coming in now. Okay, yeah, it shows up there now. It's very echoey because of the room. I'm thinking about maybe I'll do some. Okay, I'll pause it on the laptop. That way I could just use the laptop to chitter chat, right? This is a test run, guys. Just testing sound quality and clarity and camera and stuff like that. Just doing some testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Yeah, I want to see how this looks and works. Well, okay, looks good. It shows me as king. I wonder why it's got the little king crown on there. I guess that's due to the fact that I'm the host with the most. Let's try this out. Let's try to adapt this lighting a little bit. The lighting. We're gonna go closed on that. Lights off on that. And then see how that looks. How's that for lighting? Is that a little better? We can do even more. If I can see it. I can't see it. Okay, I gotta figure out why someone fucked around with that. Because that's what people do, right? They mess around and fuck around with shit. Okay, I get light off of the laptop as well. That's interesting. I'll tone that down a bit. We're gonna go for perfect idyllic lighting here to try it out. Okay, let's see how this works. You and me, Wayfarer, we're in it together. Just the two of us, which means it's just me. Is that one good, or is this one better? think I like that orangey look. I think that's it right there. That's the one. That's the magic right there, and that's not yet perfect. And then maybe I should set it up so that it doesn't show the dark rings under my eyes, which aren't really there. It's just shadows being cast by bad lighting conditions, right? So let's try that. We'll go just slightly to the side here. And then that's making me look a little orange as well. Don't drop it down. Now we're gonna get the shadow. Yeah, I'm just working on some strategic adaptation. Now we've got the shadow on the back a little bit. Still not bad though. It's not horrible. Let me try this. I'm not even sure where the camera is. I guess it's right up there at the top. And I'm thinking there's probably more than one. There's probably one on the side as well. Yeah, that's quite a thing. That's quite a thing. Okay, now I've got one more other thing I'd like to do. Let's see here. We've got lighting on. I don't want that. That doesn't really help. Camera, what? Oh, that's camera off. Good. I'm glad they did that. We've got highlight saved to your channel as an unlisted video to last 5 minutes of your stream. Not sure what that did. Retouch. Does that make me look a little AI better? Retouch off. I don't really like the retouch. And then I think that's the extent of my tools when broadcasting from the iPad. Yeah. But what I'd really like to do, let me see if this is going to interrupt it. Will it even play? No, it won't play on the laptop right now. It's just showing some jibber jab on the laptop. Let's try this. Let's see if it'll play on the phone. On the laptop right now. It's just showing some jibber jab on the laptop. I wonder if that'll echo out. Let's try this. See if it will. Yeah, it is echoing. Nice. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. I like it so far. Sound quality is not perfect, but I'm not going to overthink it. I've got the little earphone, but it's not connected for some reason. Let me check that real quick and see if... Excuse me there for a second, Wayfarer. Welcome back. We're doing free tarot, guys. Excuse me there for a second, Wayfarer. Welcome back. We're doing free tarot, guys, for the next 10 to 15 minutes. I just wanted to do a quick test run here and see if... Let me try if I put it back in. If it'll connect. No. Doesn't seem to want to. Doesn't seem to want to connect. Yeah. What's your question? Let me know. And we'll talk about it. We'll get into it. We'll do a brief consultation here with the AI tarot, right? What's behind the Hierophant? All kinds of things, all kinds of good magic. Can you hear those cards clicking around a little bit? We don't have a whole lot of time right now. Again, I just wanted to do a quick test run to see if this new item was going to connect with the internet, and if so, could I use it? And if I was using it, then would it be a disaster, or would it be any better, any worse? The camera doesn't look perfect, but that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is being able to connect over the dark mirror and reach out to each and every one of you in a way that's convenient, and at the same time, just at or above the level of absolute amateur. So we're doing YouTube Straight Dick with Frank Monday right now. It says Frank Monday's Live, but I'll rename it to to straight dick, I think, because this is going to be a straight dick session, right? Straight talk. Uh, One of my favorite Chinese commentators, political commentators in the U.S. that talks a lot about Chinese news. It's where I get a lot of my info for my updates. Her name is Let's Real Talk with Lay. I think that's her name. Let me see. I see it, but I've never promoted it or talked about it online because I live kind of a double life, right? There's the Frank Monday that's seen in the public sphere, and then there is his alter ego, which has a whole career in academia and has to support a family here in Twilight Zone Old Peking, right? So they're different things. They're truly different entities. It's called Lay's Real Talk. And she talks about things that I would never be willing to talk about online because number one, I'm not an expert. And number two, I don't want to lose. Now, I think the case. I don't want to lose what little freedom I have, right? In the central kingdom of the celestial dragon. But if you guys want to check her out, her name. Let's see if we can get it to appear. See if we can get it to appear in the labyrinth of shattered mirrors. It doesn't look like we can. Too much. There we go. Way too much reflection, right? See if I tap on it, if it'll focus on it. No, these tools are just not as good as you think they might be, right? Or think they should be. So that's what she looks like. It's LEI-S Lay's Real Talk here on YouTube, and she's talking about the $2 trillion power game tied to you. I'm not going to even mention the name. So China's entertainment industry hides a dark secret, and the shocking death of actor Yu Monglong may have just exposed it. 11 days after his death, authorities arrested not suspects, but 3 women accused of spreading rumors while scrubbing Yu's name from his shows. Whispers link his murder to money laundering, arms smuggling, and elite families, including some interesting fellows. Yeah, so that video on Lay's Real Talk has gotten 6,400 views within the last 2 hours, and she's gotten almost 1,000 likes as well. Yeah, so she does good work. She's a very hard-hitting analyst of Chinese news, and that's her there. So have a look. She's kind of like looking at an old spare tire, right? But she does her best, and it's her presentations are based on the strength of her intellect and analysis, rather than if she looks like someone hit her in the face with the ugly paddle one time. Not hugely offensive, but definitely not calmly either. And I don't know why I'm commenting on her looks. It's because sometimes you're looking for something that's a little more easy on the eyes, right? But she's definitely easy on the ears and the intellect. She's got some good stuff going on over there. So check her out if you're interested in all. If you're at all interested in what's going on over here in China, which you may be if you live here. If you don't, you may still be. It's entirely up to you. But we're gonna do a little shuffle, and we're gonna pull a little something for the collective, right? So let's get a card. Ooh, this one is a dark kind of. It's a bit of a sad card, right? It's loss, financial loss, material loss. Now there are two forces playing out here. On the one hand, you can't overlook the darkness of this card, right? It's intentionally designed as such to let you know that it's not a great card coming into it, right? That it is a dark card. The 5 of Pentacles. There are two like homeless people, kind of vagabond type characters wandering through the foreground. But then in the background, keep in mind that beloved cathedral with its stained glass window and emanating the light of salvation. We can almost see like a kind of yeah, it's almost like a ship's anchor, but it's more set up like a candelabra. The way the art is expressing the pentacles there in the window. But yeah, if you get a close look at it, you've got these wayward, wanton characters, one on crutches, one they're in rags, vagabond garments, threadbare, and hobbling past the scene. So you've got to think about the past, present, and future playing through the card, right? So they're coming from somewhere and they're going somewhere. They're obviously coming from hardship, right? And so this card shows the great flux and reflux of loss and bad luck in material possessions and anything of that nature, the loss of fortune, right? But then in the background, we see the accumulation of fortune by the church or by some other entity or institution. So fives often indicate in any of the minor arcana, they're indicative of conflict and change and some sort of instability. So this is an instability within material endeavors. Now, a line of advice would be to pool your resources and shore up the losses at this point. That way you can move on and make larger investments in future projects. But in those times of uh, thin soup, as it were, like watery thin soup and thin strips of lean meat dried over an open fire where you gathered, you're really, when things have been lost, it's really time to think about and contemplate how you can mitigate the losses and prepare for the next evolution of the coins. Yeah, so we saw the four of coins holding on, keeping things in reserve. And then even though you're doing that, then we see it manifest into the five of coins, which is a bad struck, a strike of bad luck and then loss, and then moving forward into the next one, the six of coins, and what that means rebuilding and stabilizing and pushing forward with greater gains. Yeah. So just always think of these dark negative cards. Well, they come at a time of warning when you might need to rethink things and be prepared to think on your feet and move away from hardship into better times. Maybe the Six of Swords could follow this. Uh, any other things could bring you out of these dark times and move forward into better things. But there's always the lows with the highs, right? The higher you go, the lower you must fall. So the tarot in and of itself, it cautions and advocates for balance. Therefore, when we see a dark card and it is a warning of maybe some folly, or yeah, and look, I cut right to that Six of Swords I was talking about to move us away from those things of negativity. It it may indicate a time of folly and bringing hardship upon oneself and not being judicious enough in the management of your resources and funds. And it may just be bad luck, right? So occasionally something turns up that you just cannot fathom. There might not even be any good reason for it. And you just got to roll with the punches and adapt and move on and push on to better better and brighter shores. But during that time, when you're there, I don't know why these cards accumulate like little smudges on them just constantly. I don't think they're very high quality. It's okay though. But when you're in the throes of it, in a streak of bad luck, it's gonna hurt, right? That shit smarts like nothing else. Like getting smacked in the mouth and losing a gold tooth, right? Because I'm sure that's happened to the best of us. But keep hope in the future and in moving forward to bigger and better things as things change again, right? When we're dealing with those fives, with that conflict, and we're in the throes of it, it feels like, oh God, this is really the end of everything. It's not. It's just the birth pangs of your inner Prometheus rising. So that's the message I have there for the Five of Pentacles. And any additional support that, let's see, from the advice section here in the book, it says, don't let your current situation define you. Things feel hard right now, no question about that, but support still exists for you. So you should reach out for that, reach out for the support available to you, and rebuild. What you're going through is real and it hurts. Like I said, it smarts. Like slipping in a fucking dog turd and then winding face down on the pavement. But you're worthy of care. It's only temporary. And you're worthy of care, comfort, and more than just getting by. So though the collective at this point has suffered some great loss, right? And, oh yeah, I can feel that. I could unite that and apply it to things that are going on, but I don't like to do that here on my show, really, unless it's called for. But remember that there are things, there's support available, and there are better and brighter days ahead. So and don't discount that suffering either. You know, embrace it as a part of learning, the learning process, and then just moving forward. So yeah, heaven and earth, divine spirits and ancient masters, thank you for your response. Though it showed misfortune, all right, for the collective, and some bit of a bad luck streak and a little bit of conflict and instability. Probably you're going to have to make some changes and adaptations in your behavior and the way you think about things. That's not the end of the world. That's kind of an upshot in and of itself. So yeah, blessed be. Holy art thou, Lord of the universe, vast and mighty one, creator of heaven and earth. We adore thee and we invoke thee. Thank you for this guidance today, and we ask all things in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So it is commanded and confirmed, so mote it be. Amen. All right, y'all, good looking sexy people out in Happy Land. Like I said, I just want to test this new little platform, this new way of getting things done. Drew a card for the collective. And as we move forward into the abodes of the future, keep doing good magic, right? Let's see. As above, so below. Keep doing good magic, and I'll see you next time. Carpe diem. Bye for now.